Good evening. Let's jump into this. We are gonna go to this scene over here. We're gonna be casting the NA bracket semi-final of the Hell Let Loose 18's tournament. We got Chimera on one side. We have OP BHB on the other side. We'll be streaming from the Chimera perspective, and we're actually already seeing the marks come out, which is interesting. So this is an Australian team versus, well, a mostly Australian team, also New Zealand and others and stuff, versus a mostly American team. Should be a good match. I've played 18s against OP BHB myself once. Was a good game. Actually, I might have refereed that one, to be honest. And then Chimera, we all know from the seasonal. Same for OP BHB, by the way. Both of these teams currently being knocked out in the seasonal, and I guess they can start focusing on other aspects of the Hell Let Loose competitive scene. Looks like we're gonna go live in 20 seconds here. So I want to make sure my timer goes off on time. Personally, I would say that Axis is favored on this map, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not the case. 3, 2, 1, boom, we're off. Off to the races, there they go. A couple of changes maybe that we should point out is right here, you see these garrisons, they were a lot closer than they were before this stage. So they can be 55 meters away now from the opening point. There is a rocket going. Are we? No shot. Have we prepared this well? If someone would have gone north, then yes, but good shot nonetheless. Another rocket going. Missed that one. That one went south. Not sure if anything connected. Looking at the combat score, nothing did so far. And one rocket going wide as well for Chimera. Now, on this north side, this is a very important part to control, especially for allies, because I feel like there's almost no way back in if Axis have control of this. And it looks like, well, the first person to drop there is Heavenly, not a guy, my bad. And then OP BHP taking the upper hand on his north side. Guests are holding a good angle. Crew up in this building here, obvious spot for him to be, but it is very powerful. And this is one of the reasons why I would say that this is a Axis favorite cap. And we see like 50... what is this? Like 50 ninjas with the MG as well, holding down the main roads. And then it comes down to the 1v1s. Looking at the OPs, are we picking them up? I think, yeah, we're picking them up. Maybe Mav might be in a bit of trouble here, picking this OP up. And Hulla should be fine as well. I think Mav is picking this OP up now, should be fine. Cap is gonna go in the way of OP BHB originally off the start. But all 3 squad leads of Chimera present for this. And all 3 are gonna put their OP back up on time. Bake OP already up, Charlie as well, Able as well. Very controlled environment. Keeps there, flirting with that kick, with that vertical boundaries. Like 15 inches actually has a really good angle there, holding down this main road. Something we've seen before in these 18s is having an MG mount up on this rubble over here and then just holding down the main roads, because it is very hard to even shoot back from this angle because of the way the positioning is. Going back on the front line, we see Goose's squads having trouble in that north. A couple of kills here could really sway this, but Burgundy taking out one. this is the trouble here. You're coming out of this OP site and it's basically one-way traffic. It's a very... it's not a bad OP, but it's a bit of a trap yourself in type of OP. They're really gonna have to battle themselves out of this Chimera if they want to have any shot of retaking this point. Madcap here as well. Madcap, guest kits, thank you for joining in on the stream. There is a 5-minute delay. I will not be able to live react to any of the messages, but feel free to type and I'll get back to you in 5 minutes. Or 3 to 5 business days, one or the other. Now Carentan actually has made sort of a little bit of a dent in the line that is OP BHB, and I'm wondering if you can make more out of this. If you can get this Lexic here, that might be the start of something. Obviously Charlie OP, it is in a obvious spot, but it's a very... Oh, it went down button 8. That's a big play. That's just to taking out the OP, and that might be the first piece of the puzzle in making the box out happen, although Mav is still alive. And if Mav can put up another OP, he does. This might actually work out for Chimera. This OP gets moved and this might actually be better. Yeah, a bit of a late night stream, so if you wanna come co-cast, like join any VC, by the way, in the DC Discord, and I'll drag you in. Shoot me a message on Discord as well then. We have a bit of a yin-yang effect, but Chimera slowly making ground up on this north side as well. This is actually not bad. They're actually doing really well, and I feel like OP BHB might be in a bit of trouble here. This is where it comes down to the gunfights. Jinx does go down. Pope Vin in a very, basically a vital point here. If you can hold this back, this Goose Squad, that'll give his team some breathing room. But we see most of the aggression coming from Chimera. Now we see the OP BHB guys move up a bit more. But if they really want to win this, they need to be pushing forwards at all times. Gotta keep moving that line up further and further. Rocket coming in, keeps nearly being the victim of that, but does stay alive. Meanwhile, we have Diesel making a sprint across the field, well held by Beastly Panda, I suppose that name is. I'm gonna assume that's the name, let me check. Beastly Panda it is indeed. Not exactly getting through, and I think that middle OP has actually fallen. We missed that middle OP here has fallen. That's a reset for the squad of Mav, and that is, I think, gonna be the nail in the coffin for Chimera this first half. They have 23 minutes to try and figure something out, to try and break this, what this is. And what I assume is going to happen is we're gonna see 3 squads rotate over to the middle of the map, to the north side in a bit. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. Good evening, SD as well. Welcome to the stream. Hidden is just going. Not a care in the world, and he actually makes it. That is big. If he can take this shot, no. Raised does take cover just in time. That's a perfect nade. Fades him out. Oh, well played there by Raised. Absolutely well played. Oh. Questionable, Jester. Meanwhile, Joe making a run here, and slowly Chimera lost a little bit of ground, but the Dark now taking that position with the MG up in that 3-story building. That's gonna give them some more resilience in holding this line. Joe takes out one here. Will he be traded or not? I think this is... I need to familiarize myself a bit more with the names of these teams as well. Oh! Both of them take each other out. The exact same reaction time. Well, technically, if we look at this, this is the Chimera server, but you can see that the OP BHB boys have a bit better of a ping advantage. So I'm assuming this server is not in Australia itself. This OP is going to be in danger. We see Beastly Panda dropping one. He's going to drop more. Oh, he drops two. Now it comes down to Red 6 to defend this OP. Goes to the other side of the wall. That's not good. Gets a headshot. Beastly, the OP is right there for the taking. Holla does run away in time. I'm not sure if you will be able to rotate that OP though. Oh, Beastly, get the shot. He actually, I think he hits him, but Holla stays alive. And is able to put up another OP right here in the back. Is it on a cooldown? I think it's on a cooldown. Gonna run back even further. How long have we got, Holla? Boys are waiting to get in. Well, Spherical is there with him and he drops one, which is important. And that OP can still not up. He's gotta be having a horrible timer. Luckily for them though, OP BHB not really playing aggressive, not really taking advantage of this moment. Kind of focusing more on the north here and also already proxy on this Able OP. Yeah, Hidden is gonna be able to just hold this angle though. Oh, did the nade get it? The nade did get it, but an immediate rotation from that OP by Goose. I think this might be the better position. I think they are a little bit less trapped in this middle section than they are in that north section. And we see that Hulla also managed to reset his OP. So the lines slowly shifting towards, well, let's say in the favor of the Axis. With 18 more minutes, I feel like Chimera is sort of trapped here. And I think this cap point does favor the Axis. I wonder if we see the flip in the next game. I wonder if we can see Chimera come up with something. If we see Chimera come up with a win here. This might be a 3 rounds game, is what I'm trying to say. This middle section right here, just south of the hard cap, that's usually what gets the most space. Now in 50v50, we would have a lot more of this, and we would have a lot more people on the walls. That's a good play by Don Vice here. Just getting that little bit of elevation, looking over the wall. Butterdark. Well, you can get here, and you can pick the fight. That's a good kill. That might have been Jam, actually. That's Burgundy dropping heavily. Burgundy on a very good angle here. And they need to deal with him first before they can make any sort of progress on this north side. The OPs by OPBHB are still far back. I think I just saw a couple of people spawn here. Yeah, exactly. I think they have another one around this area. They're not taking their chances. There's another OP indeed. They're not really taking the chances there. Chimera has sort of an idea what that OP is, but I'm assuming there's there's not another one further south. This gives a lot of opening for Red 6 and Pedal Let Loose to really make a push here. Maybe the south is the key to unlock this then. Burgundy versus Goose. This is going to be a very important peak. Burgundy gets it. Holds the angle well. And North is untouchable now for OPBHB. Also gonna have a little bit of a check because I was given. It's the USA West server. Jonah Tech is telling me. Here's for the information. We're gonna check out, and it is actually Burgundy and Joe being tied for kills right now. Both on 16. Well, Burgundy goes one up, goes on 17. And then we do see two players by Chimera, Spiracle and Butterdog, following close behind that. 15 and 16 now for for Spiracle, and Butterdog on 13. So the kills right now being fairly even. Joe with a very sneaky play, very close to the peak, gets naded and is out of there. That is a fantastic shot by Goose there, all the way in the back, takes out, well, one of the squad leads by OPBHB. And they are creating a bit of a way in, even in the south, which is very difficult to do. OPBHB getting a little bit trapped inside the confinements of this hard cap, and the line slowly moving forwards for Chimera. The Aussie slowly taking space, slowly creeping up. But they have a good idea as well where this where Burgundy is holding up. Jam takes him down. They have a West Coast server, Big Friday was telling me. Interesting. Now there is an OP mark here, but I think it's still a little bit further back. I think it's right there. It is. There is cap ruggers incoming. So far that seems like mostly soft cap, but we have Heavenly and okay, and actually was in the hard cap for a second. But a big spawn coming in again by OPBHB. This is the time where you don't panic. No matter what you do not panic. You keep your cool. Very good rocket, but that OP mark was off, so that doesn't take out anything right there. And right here we see Leaps rotating further south. And he might be... he's going for... we're doing a worm squirm. Let's go, Leaps. No one's ever gonna spot him like this. They might... No, they're not even gonna see any sort of a proxy. So I wonder if he's gonna try to rotate an aggressive OP up here and take out the south OP and then really move up. What is this angle Lupus have? I'm wondering as well. That's a... It's actually a very good MG position, but immediately taking counterfire. And I'm wondering, is Leaf gonna do this? Oh, he stands up versus Red 6. That's a very important duel to win for Red 6 right there. And that'll keep the Chimera push alive. 18's v18's is such a moment game. Like every kill, like those type of impact kills right there, they can really flip a game on its head in an instant. It's really hitting your shots, getting the trades in as well, keeping your teammates alive. Matt going over the wall. Jester does hold the angle and takes him down. There's only so long that OPBHB can keep this up. They need to create some space for themselves somewhere, anywhere. Although having said that, having control of this north building right here, where raised count and enemy are holding up, is very important. That's an extremely risky OP by Mav here. Now they're gonna have a lot of people trying to jump this wall. That OP gets naded on the other side of the wall for him, luckily. But this Lexus can just run up. He can just run up and take this OP. That might have been a mistake by Mav. That might come back to bite them in the ass. Oh, this Lexus jumps the wall. Mav does win that engagement. But it's gonna be a while before he can put his OP back up. Now you don't even have to try, man. It's gonna be a while. That's unfortunate because we see fairly decent line here from Chimera, but with the lack of that OP, they're gonna lose all the ground they gained very fast. This is where I would like to see a little bit more aggression out of OP BHB, and I'm not really getting that. They know they've taken down an OP, they should be communicated, and we should see a bit more people on the move right now. Both wants Mav gone, by the way. That is very obvious. Yep, he does go down. That's a complete reset by that middle squad from Chimera. And now the question is really, what does OPBHB do with this time? Jinx goes down. Also Jinx, as we can see, no white outfit, no flamethrower. Very disappointed in all of this. Long range engagements taking place. And this is a horrible, horrible lane to push. You have to push it. You have to get those kills. Somehow Raze has to die here in the north, but that's a very difficult shot to hit. Maybe? Yeah, Raze kinda goes a bit too aggressive there. This might give them an opening back in the north. Looking back, we also see Mav coming back in. He's gonna replace his OP, and the space that they gain is not that much. I think the Americans could have done a little bit more with this space. With 8.5 minutes left. The lines have shifted back and forth a little bit. I don't think these OPs have moved by OPBHB at all. Nope. They are the exact same 3 OPs they had at the start of this game. If Chimera figures out where these OPs are, that is a huge problem. Keeps versus Presidente, the pre-fire. Come on, oh come on. You heard him shoot. Watchman will take it. Nah, that's just Keeps. Yeah, that was Keeps fights to win all the game. If Keeps speaks another time, you can actually get the Presidente for free there. Oh, a jumping maneuver, and I think Keeps takes down this guy, but then Kingsley. Immediate trade, and that's also one of the key elements in 18's. You want to be able to rely on your teammates. You want them to take out the guy that just kills you immediately. And with 6 minutes to go, this is still I would not say anyone's game. OPBHB definitely having a strong hold of the hard cap, but this is not a box out by any means. And I also don't see the Americans really pushing towards a box out. So this might come back to bite them in a bit. Action popping off all around us now. Burgundy spray in the smoke. I does get Watchman there. That is an important kill. Kingsley has somehow snuck in between the lines a bit here. You could actually start going for some OPs if you wanted to. If you can take out like 15 ninjas, he has a run into some of these OPs. Yeah, we see Chimera sort of stacking this middle bit as we expected. It's a sort of a desperate push, but at the end of the day, you need to try something, and this is where you have the most, well, the most chances of pushing into the cap. And good evening to you as well, Binus. Welcome in on the stream. Two caps going, or two OPs going very close to each other, and they need to make that push happen now. And exactly where Goose is, he needs to be winning either 2 gunfights, or Watchman and Hidden and Jinx need to trade instantly. And Vice gets 1, does get traded immediately. Jinx versus Joe. Jinx needs 2 here, and then we're talking about potential cap progress. Gets 1, he needs another 1. And Beastly Panda does get the trade, and that is, these trades back and forth eventually will mean that OPBHB wins this game. They're getting so close to this OP. Did they take one? They took 1 OP. Able OP is gone. That's a reset. Pope going with a rocket. That's good. I like that. Just if he hits the floor, does he? Come on, hit him with a rocket. Do it. Doesn't happen. That would have been the best kill so far. But Tyler, if you want to see me stream a ref game, it's literally just me kicking my guys over and over and over and over again. What is interesting to me as well, though, is I think Crew was in the back here with his MG earlier, and he's given up that position, and that might not be the play. He's going more forward. He wants to be more towards the action. That is one hell of a rocket. He wants to be more towards the action, but this is a much more dangerous position. It doesn't give you that much advantages over the spot he had back there. But then again, with 3 minutes, we all want to get in there into the fight, you know? It's understandable. Infidel on a flank of this OP right here. And this might mean there is a little bit of cap progress coming, though, for Chimera. If Infidel gets this OP, I'm calling it a GG. There is no way back from this if this OP goes down. And they're getting so close to this OP. Did you see him spawn? No. And what Mav is doing now as well, there is a little bit of the circle on this side of the wall. And these 3 guys are now gonna try to go in that little section just to get some cap pressure on. That's the plan right now. And I think Cali is gonna do this as well. He's gonna go join them in the hard cap here. He's not going. He should have went though. He should have went. Whatever name is available. Is this some kind of competition? So this is a Hell Let Loose 18 versus 18 competition. What this means is we are fighting over train station and train station only. We are only allowed to go in these 4 grids that make up the cap sector. And we have 3 squads, each of 3 people. No squad hopping, no tanks, no artillery, none of this. Just pure infantry, gunfights versus gunfights. And whoever after 30 minutes in one round holds the cap, that is going to be the winner of that round. Now, we have 1 minute and 15 seconds now that Chimera has to start getting some cap progress on. This is the first game, Tyler. Second game should be coming up right after this. Infidel is just making runs, by the way. With an MP40 nonetheless. You should be able to get the drop here. Fairly easy. Does not. Infidel gets another one. Watchman has made a little bit of a gap in this line. Yeah, hopefully this is it. This is not it. And with that, the only thing there's left to do is this right here. Just stacking your guys on this wall. Diesel is coming in as well to get some sort of cap progress on, but it's not happening. And I think even Mav should try and get just this side. That's a place where you can get into the cap sector. Hulla should put his OP there, exactly where he is now, and I think he's going to do that, but it might be too late. You need to get in the circle. 3 seconds. Not enough people in the circle, and that'll be a GG. That is the first game over. Very good game. OP BHB held very well. I do see Chimera making the plays, getting in there. If anything, this reminds me very much of the game that DC played versus ESBT. I think that was the final of the last stage even. It was a very, very similar game. And, like I said, Axis slightly in favor on this map. We're gonna go on a little bit of a break. We're gonna come back with the next game in a little bit, and then we will see Chimera on the allies at the Axis side and OPBHB on the allied side. I will come back with you very shortly. I hope you enjoyed that game, and I'll see you in a bit.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
going. Yeah, I'm that grain of sand that made it out the ocean. A couple milli now, I'm causing a commotion. I've been coasting, hear my name around the world like an explosion.
So rise up, rise up. We are the apocalypse, and a path that keeps us floating. As we fly above the stars, the night won't scare us falling. So rise up. I'm too great to be landed. Rise up. Way too great to be standing.
They never gonna stop us, fly by them like choppers. Better cut those risks, hold one of my fists, we fire starters. Let's go. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always get a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never can toss. Look at my eyes, I'm on the rocks. Rise.
Try your luck and take a chance. Get for the risks in this moment. Take my hand and break my heart. I'll never walk this road again. Stumbling steps grow to a dance where things change forever. There's no regrets, only the past. Will I change? Never. So swing me around, take me down. You won't break me, I'm too strong. Keep saying it wrong, I'll play along, but I will never be a victim. So swing me around, take me down. You won't break me, I'm too strong. Keep saying it wrong, I'll play along, but I will never be a victim. Never be a victim. Never be a victim. We barely know you hurt.
We are about to get back into the second round of this semi-final. Chimera now on the Axis side and OPBHB on the Allied side. I think Chimera might have a better shot here. I still think the map is very much in favor of Axis. This cap, I mean, yeah, we're gonna see how well they do. We're looking at maybe a 3-round game here. I'm assuming we are. They're off. Holy shit, that rocket came in before the warm-up was even over. OBBHB immediately gonna... This is a bit of a trade-off, what we have going right here. So what like 15 inches is gonna do, he's gonna set up in one of these buildings with his MG. It's a good spot, but you have to see it's out of the soft cap. That means the cap progress will immediately go to Chimera in a bit. Yeah. So that is very much a trade-off, that position. We see 2 MGs there even. So there is basically no chance that OPBHB will cap this point first. Oh, jam with this spot that we talked about earlier in the first round. This is what I expected. I'm expecting him to like mount up here because of the amount of cover that it gives. But that was very much the play we were anticipating, to be honest. I'm surprised we didn't see it come out in the first round, but we do see it in the second round. Everyone made their preparations, everyone is ready. And Chimera is a little bit faster on the northern push, I think. I don't think OP BHB was quite as fast. And also a very important note to make is he had a white suit on in the warm-up, but he pushed it out. That's even worse than not wearing a white suit, Jinx. Can't be doing that. That's unacceptable. And Infidel taking that same angle for that OP, taking that same position that we saw Chimera in first. And I still think what that does is you get trapped in here. Yes, it is an important part. Yes, it's you know, the most northern part, but I think you're trapped. How long between games? That depends how long, like, they have to keep flipping the map until they get the correct point and the garrisons have to be set up. Usually it's around, I would say, 10 minutes at the most. And that is the cap going the way of Chimera. Very, very defensive OPs. And I looked at the map earlier. I looked at the markers I saw going up. And I think this was roughly what they wanted to, except for Able Squad. I think and Goose actually was forced to take a bit more of a cautious approach in this north. And he didn't actually put his OP exactly where he wanted it to. Nice rocket, does not connect though. Jam has moved up a bit. Interesting position here as well. So as we all know, we're not allowed to go above player height, but people get creative, you know? Like Mr. Cheese over here still has a very good view over this wall, but is not breaking the rules. Oh, Diesel gets dropped there. The trades have been very consistent back and forth, I think. I think both teams have done really well in that regard. No team really sticking out above the other. Brenemy is just praying for dear life. About 7 of them walk past here, so you can shoot all of them in the back. Just jumps the wall here and does get Watchman. That's important. That allows Joe as well to come in here. Slight cap progress coming in off of that, and immediately gonna get stopped by Chimera. Presidente with a clutch kill there. Although there's still a bit of cap progress coming in, but I think that's mostly soft cap. Brenemy has actually gotten past Heavenly here. Managed to move up. And he's gonna have such a good line towards this middle OP. I don't think Heavenly doesn't know at all. Brenemy taking a very sneaky approach to this. He wants to get one of those OPs so he can get the boys in. Does go down. I think that was Presidente, good spot. Oh. You love to see those as well. That's definitely a fatality. God damn, dude, he was already dead. How long it takes to get the correct point on map flips? Yeah, exactly. Big fighter, exactly. So the first map, anger problems, went towards OP BHB, and now with the sides flipped, it looks like Chimera might take this one. It's very early in the game though. Yep, couple of gunfights going away of OPBHB. Is he actually still even in bounds? Yeah. Just about, right? Yeah, just about. See, that's the ref of me. I just want to see someone kicked, you know what I mean? Might just be me. I think this 18's format also very soon becomes sort of a League of Legends types game as well, where you see certain lanes pop up, and it is a squad v squad fight in a lane. And what you'll see later in the game, when the lines are being set, there's no longer really any more back and forth. I think the team that is not in control of the cap will start stacking one of those lanes, and that's usually what we see at these 18's games on a higher level. Usually the tactic we see develop. Now, in my humble opinion, I don't think 30-minute games are the way to go for this format. I think 20-minute games would give the same amount of content, the same amount of games. But that's just my personal opinion. Oof, Don Vice gets naded, and immediately his squad lead gets taken out as well. And what Presidente is doing now, he's holding for this jump just to... doesn't even clear the wall. I think it was Jinx in the back there. Taking his head clean off. And what I think we have learned here is that this South squad should not be a South squad. So I think what we'll see in the future happen is we'll see a sort of the South OP will come around this area. I can actually ping, I'm in a locked squad. I think the South OP will sort of come around this area, and we'll see 2 people run south from this, and we'll see the other 4 running into the, like this area here, into the hard cap. I think that's gonna be more the tactic developing going forwards in this. Having said that, Don Vice has made a run into the hard cap, straight up from the front. No. Taking no prisoners. Jinx holding this line clearly though. If he peeks, he's dead. No. Jinx does not open fire. Maybe he doesn't have a line of sight on. Joe with a kill, gets immediately traded. The OPs by Chimera. Oh, they lost. They lost one of them. Must have gotten rocketed, but that's a reset for one squad. That is extremely dangerous, and Knight is gonna make his way through. No, no, red 6. Bit of a mission impossible. Hollock coming back though, gonna reset that OP, and I think they will save the cap. I don't think there is any immediate danger that OPBHB are gonna overrun them, so they will be able to reset, will be given that opportunity. We see the same type of fight unraveling where we saw it before in the earlier game. This time obviously Chimera taking benefit of that instead of OPBHB, but the same type of lining is existing. This push just south of these buildings, you can cover some ground here as allies. You can get a few kills and you can move up position, but north of that road, it's impossible to move anywhere, and in the south it's just also nearly impossible to get anywhere. So where do you come? You come down this main lane, right up in here, and this is the fight you start taking. You start peeking this way, you start, you know, fighting with Diesel, with Pedal Let Loose over there, and that's sort of the fight you will see develop. And the exact OP that Chimera had in the first game, OP BHB now has in the second game, and this is a trap. This is not a point to push from, this is just a trap. There is one way to peek out of. Well, technically you can make this run in 10 seconds and then peek out here, but that's still only 2 ways. And that one you have to keep running, so it's not a viable position. Well, having said that though, I don't think allies on this map really have a lot of viable positions. Good rocket by Joe. Jam takes that one, gets traded by Jester. Pedal Let Loose now has to hold back Leaps. If you can do that, then they should be fairly safe. Oh, Leaps doesn't actually peek. Is he gonna rotate his OP here? He is. That's a dangerous move. That's a really dangerous move. And Caledonius actually gets him. If he vaults the wall, which he's allowed to do that, or Pedal Let Loose pushes up now, this OP is basically a goner. And Caledonius does vault the wall, but he's a little bit late at the entire spawn wave. And thank God for OP BHB, like 15 Ninjas is there and does save that OP. Pedal Let Loose 1, Pedal Let Loose 2. Dark Times, next one on the chopping block. He's gonna get 3. Holding this angle really well. 3. Gonna go for 4 because Keeps is looking the wrong way. Keeps is gonna peek hit. Free fire still gets him. Hella loose on a fire, on a roll. And is he gonna go for a full squad here? Just really holding down this angle. He's still in the exact same spot. He's gonna get pre-fired here. Nope. Doesn't even get cleared. I think that OP is still up though, but Pedal Let Loose definitely padding the stats a bit. Jam has the opportunity of a lifetime here. If he takes out Dark Times, he hits him once, does take him down. That's the OP gone. Surely, no, like 15 Ninjas is really just gonna cover this OP, and he needs to get Jam now. Does do it. The entire squad can spawn in again, but yeah, okay. The position of that OP is definitely known now. They have drawn some attention back. Now what I would like to see, like I said earlier, I would like to see Leaps rotate this OP further north and just have 2 guys constantly running back south and the rest of the squad really getting into this hard cap as well. Oh, Pope nearly made an amazing run straight through the lines, straight through the middle. And Pell is still going here. Finally Don Vice takes him out, and finally we can start fighting over this cap again. Unless Diesel does that. Now we're gonna go check the stats again really quick. Right now, on top of the scoreboard is Joe for BHB on 21, Butterdark following with 19, and then Spherical with 18. Butterdark and Spherical both Chimera, Joe from BHB. So we see again that the scores are fairly even. There's not really anyone sticking out. There's not really any team just like complete dominating the other team. So with that said, I think that this cap is gonna go the way of the Axis again. And if I'm completely honest, I think the third game is gonna go the way of Axis as well. Now I'm not sure who is playing Axis in the third game, but they're gonna have a massive advantage. Although we may see, like I said earlier, that south squad of the Allies, we may see it come up over here and start really using the south tier of this main road and just stacking the hard cap, getting cap pressure on. But Axis, like if you look at this map, Axis has a lot more freedom, a lot more angles to take, a lot more fights to position. Just in the hard cap, you have so much more options, and it's showing. Joe making the plays here. Caledonius takes one. Oh, Caledonius takes two, and then that play by Joe also is over. Sort of backed against the wall though, both for Chimera. What I would love to see, and this is why I like Shift W gameplay, is I would love to see someone make the run in the north. Make the run, clear the area. You can get that OP. It is marked, and you can get that. Brittany is the only one being able to stop that. Actually, Joe taking a good angle up here, and they do stop it. We got 11 and a half more minutes in this game. There is still time for BHB to make something happen, but I think that Leaps has to come around towards the hard cap. I don't think this right here is gonna help them win this game. I don't think it's gonna be possible for them to win this game. Butterdog, he does what I just said, that Shift W gameplay, and he's gonna be able to take this OP very soon. I don't think he even has to clear the wall. It does go down. Is that OP still up? It is still up. Yeah, crew. We're a little bit creative with the rules. He is not above player height. He's good. Ray's finding a gap in the defensive line. Ray's finding a big gap. Could get two. Oh, Presidente immediately stops that. And you can just see like one guy with an STG here, one guy with an STG here. Anyone who tries to jump this wall gets immediately obliterated. Anyone who tries to push this road will have to take out Presidente for them to be able to make this push. There is still lines in this Chimera defense, so still gaps in this Chimera line is what I'm trying to say. But they're very small, very slim. Again, in 18's, if you go down at the wrong time, you create an opening for the enemy team. That could be devastating for your chances to win a game. Just a one gunfight can mean everything. Speaking of Burgundy, surely not like this. Surely not like this. Oh my god, Burgundy with a run through the entire line. He's made it. Now, if he jumps the wall here, he's opening fire. That's not the play. Takes down Hulla, but Jam gonna hip fire him down. Nope, gets him as well, but then Watchman gets the trade. I feel like that was not the play. I feel like he could have jumped the wall right here, and he could have just gone OP hunting. And with a little bit of luck, that squad leader's down when you take the OP. Now we now see Butterdog and Kingsley have pushed up that north lane. Have cleared out this OP over here, and that is gonna be all she wrote, I think. I don't see any way back into this for OP BHB. Even like already here, they have to shoot behind them. I think we have one squad reset, yes. Did we see the rotation by leaps yet? This is my question as well. Nav, he's gonna let them pass. Gets one, two. Bigger discipline. Gonna go for the OP right here, but oof, just get taken out by keeps. Actually, where is this OP? It might be a little bit further back. Oh, that's a dangerous one. That is a very dangerous OP. So round one was won by OP BHB. Nikita. And it looks like round two is gonna go towards the way of Chimera, and then we're gonna see for round three, unless OPBHB can pull something off here. The lines are so set, and this is another one of those positions by Pellet and Mav here. It is so hard to deal with just this position. He can even crouch, I think, to look over the wall. He's gonna vault it. Kobe? Joe is gonna walk right into that. Ooh. Goes too far, actually, the nade. Coordinated push. Big push coming in, but immediately 3 drop, 4 drop, 5 drop. Do eventually get the trades, but no one left alive to push after that. Now, Beastly has kind of snuck his way in here. This could be something. Diesel immediately running back to deal with this threat, but he just kept running. Goes down. And now, can we get an OP? These OPs are fairly close. Pellet loose again for the rescue. And that flank, I wouldn't say it's over and dealt with, but I don't see them coming close to these OPs to really pressure this cap. 5.5 minutes left, and OPBHB needs to go for some sort of a desperate play. What I would love to see, and I'm not sure if he did it, I would have loved to see Leaps put up an OP here. He did. That is big. That is huge. That means we can see a fight on all fronts. That is a huge OP by Leaps. And Pell goes down. Leaps has a run towards something. Gets taken out, but that's okay. That's okay. His OP is still there. Beastly Panda just spawned in. Dark Times is coming. Chimera gonna be forced to fight in one more direction than they wanted to by that rotation of that OP. Knight gets one. Red 6 misses a shot on him. Does not get the trade. And we might see some cap progress coming in soon, unless middle squad got reset. I think this Lexic over here got reset. Is there anyone else? Feels like I'm only seeing 2 squad leads. Maybe the third one got kicked for out of bounds or something. Diesel with an opportunity to go clear this OP. Welcome in, Lapinu. Good evening as well. We got an OP BHB fanboy. Honestly, I'm a Madcap fanboy. 100%. And this OP by Leaps here is now getting swarmed from all sides. A little bit of a flicker on the cap. Ever so slightly. I think that's mainly due to Don Weiss, Joe, and Jester over here. But this is not over yet. I do think that OPBHB put up a little bit better of a fight as allies than Chimera did. But then again, they might even get away with more. They might get away with a win here. There is all of these two OPs are so stacked. South is lost by Chimera, and what we see now in the south is we see one solo guy spawning on a backline Gary. That's Lupus, and he's gonna try to wrap his way around in the south. Then they're gonna try to fix it like that. But there's nothing left in the north for OPBHB. That gives way too much free space. Heavenly by herself is just gonna hold this entire northern push. That basically makes it impossible for the American team to really push in here. Hidden inside goes down. Keeps down Vice. They really need to go for the big play here. Cap progress is starting, but we need a lot from these two. Vice is true. Keeps is true. Keeps just keeps running. That's a good vault. He's cutting back inside here. That's exactly what he needed to do. He does go down. Yeah. Chimera not the easiest team to do this against. They are very aware of what needs to happen. And Don Vice is stuck on a little bit of an island. Gets traded immediately. And I don't see what else they can do. What they could do is do the same thing Chimera did in the first game, and that's really stack about 4 to 5 people in this little area, and then just play the kill differential game. So what I mean by kill differential is, if you can get a couple of people in the hard cap, and you can just keep your people alive in the soft cap. They don't need to be pushing, they don't need to be taken out of peace. All they need to do is stay alive in the soft cap while a couple of guys get inside the hard cap. That'll start putting cap pressure on, and that can make the enemy team panic. Maybe they make the wrong run, maybe they desperately try to push you out of a certain area, and that's when you can really start stacking up the kills. And stacking up, see, this is exactly what they needed to do. They're gonna stack the south side of this wall with about 10 of them. Now the question is, Chimera could just nade spam this, and that's what they should do. If only Butterdog was allowed to put down satchel. One jumps over the wall and gets immediately taken out by Butterdog. Butterdog getting all 1-2 more, gets taken out by Keeps, and is that game? That is game when he goes, yeah. A little bit of overtime, about 23 seconds of overtime, but that is game. Second game goes towards Chimera of this half. It is 1-1, and we're gonna go to game number 3. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a break. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back in roughly 10 minutes, I suppose, with the third round and deciding round of this semi-final. Stay tuned.
I grow, I rock, you roll, we steal the show. I lock, you load, we lose control. I won't be held responsible. Run to the hills, leave love behind. Let's lose all concepts of time.
disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone, so save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came.
You make me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make my heart beat super fast. Super fast. Super fast.
You make my heart beat super fast.
What does love feel like? What does love feel like? You're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make my heart beat super fast.
You make my heart beat. You make my heart beat. You make my heart beat super fast. You make my heart beat super fast.
We are going to be back on the way with the third round and deciding round of this semi-final in the NA bracket. 10 more seconds to go. Now, what I'm afraid is going to happen is we saw Axis win twice now, and I feel like they're going to go 3 for 3. Now, OBBHB obviously having the advantage because of this. Because they can now get to play Axis again, the side that's won twice. That rocket actually comes fairly close to the garrison. Again, the same rockets prepared. Now, yes, this is exactly what I was expecting, right? So Hulla is no longer going towards that south end of the map. He's gonna go middle. He's gonna go towards the south end of the soft cap. They're gonna leave the flank a little bit open. Lupus and Pedal It Loose are the two people that are designated to hold this flank. From also, Jinx not in soft cap. That's not, nah, that's unacceptable. Actually unacceptable. But exactly as we predicted, Hulla is gonna go towards this area where he is. He's gonna place his OP there. Goose actually gonna go with a bit more of a big balls play this time around, and he's gonna place his OP a lot further up, and this is gonna make the difference maybe. Mav might, he's also going for a very dangerous OP right here in the corner. I didn't even know you could place an OP there, to be honest. That is insane. So with that said, Chimera is really in this fight, and they've taken north, heavily leading the charge here, along with Hidden Insights, Math coming up straight down the middle. Oh, this is such a good push by Chimera, and this is the way usually they should have played it. And now we see that this wraparound is gonna come in for OPBHB, but it's gonna come in too late. Yes, they have Mansion. Yes, they have a lot going on. But what I think that Chimera is looking to do is they're looking to clear them out of this sector right here. So roughly around this road right here, they're going to try to clear them out up until these buildings even as well. They want some pressure there as well. And then they kind of want to go all the way up till here. By these boxes there, where Butterdark is. That's exactly the kind of area they want to hold. We want to push them out there first. And then what I'm assuming they're going to do, then they're going to try to rotate that south squad up in that mansion over here. And that really has to be the play right now. So already I'm sort of eating my words that Axis was just gonna roll this third game. Chimera showing they really understand what went wrong for them the first game and what went right for them the second game. Excuse me. And immediately they are able to change up their plan, just deduct what needed to be done, and tactically very good insights coming in from the Aussies here. Very good basic understanding of the game. Now with that said, you still have to also win the gunfights. And Keebs right here is finding that out as Kingsley takes him down. And OPBHB, I'm gonna check, is this one of the OPs? That is one of the OPs. Holy shit. The Rockets have been on point this game. All of them have been absolutely banger, and you love to see it. Now, Beastly Panda has managed to snuck between the lines. That is obviously the disadvantage of giving up south completely. Not giving it up completely, but leaving so much more space in the south. did lead to them capping points, but now Beastly Panda can come in from behind, takes out Roxo, and he can keep going. He can keep going for these OPs eventually. That's of course the danger, but this is the risk I feel like Chimera had to take in order to be able to win this match. Down the middle, look at this concentration. We have much more a fight going on over the hard cap, and this south section has sort of been given up by both teams right there. And this does allow allies to pick more fights that they want to pick, to have more positional freedom and to keep going. Candy Rocks, thank you for jumping in as well. Good evening, how are you doing? Vice versus Mr. Cheese. Ooh. Look at that. Bit of a moonwalk and then takes out the guy. Style points as well for that one. We're gonna go on board with Vice here. Looking to take down Mav. Presidente should get the trade here. Or is Vice just gonna clap everyone? Is Vice just gonna do it on his own? Cap progress has started. Vice gets another one. Left lean peek. Going in. And another one. What is that? 4. He's going. Vice on his own. This OP is in danger. This OP is going to get taken out by Vice. He can take out one more. Watchman also hits the chopper block. Vice on an absolute tear. Does need the bandage here for a second. This is what you can do, right? With that STG sometimes. Just run through an entire squad. Butterdog eventually puts a stop to his run. But what a run that was. And now the question is, with that reset of this OP, because the squad lead was dead, will Chimera be able to hold off this OP BHB attack? No cap progress coming in just yet. But I'm assuming we will see that very shortly. There it is. Now basically what we need to see happen for Chimera is hidden in sight and Spherical need to be hitting all of their shots. There is no room for error for them right now. They really need to be on point. We just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 OP BHB members, 8 running straight, 9 straight down the center of this hard cap, and then hidden in sight. He's crawling underneath the train tracks, but he needs to be taken out, people now. Spherical at least gets 1. Might be able to get Burgundy as well. Burgundy goes down as well. Spherical, that's 2. And we see Heavenly going further south. It's going to try to peek into the hard cap, which is the right play. Gets taken out by Jester though. Mav going over the boxes. That's a very, very good job by Mav. Yeah, he actually might be able to reset his OP right here. But he set it back a little bit further. Now there is freedom in the south here. And Beastly Panda has done it once before. I'm wondering if he's gonna go all the way on the wide flank and come up behind the OPs. That might be a play for him. Meanwhile, that giant push, that 9-man push that we had here a little bit earlier, has really just fizzled out for the American side. The Aussies are taking ground right now. They need to take this ground as well. Like we said, what they want to control is roughly up to here. They want to control this choke point right here, and they really, if possible, want to have some sort of a presence in this little section here as well. Meaning that this road sort of becomes disconnected from the hard cap, and that disconnection is what they really want to keep. That's the way they're going to keep OP BHB out of it. Now, if they want to go beyond that, they can start pushing out of this area as well. But that's secondary. That's not vital in any way, shape, or form. And meanwhile, you see like Pedal It Loose now has to hold this south basically by himself. And they're gonna keep coming here, down this south. They're gonna keep moving forward, and they're gonna come behind at some point. Someone is going to get through. That's basically a given. Now, the question is, if by that time, Chimera has pushed him out of this compound right here, out of these walls, they can come from behind. They can deal with that. But if that hasn't happened yet, if they're still somewhat on this line of fight, that flank becomes a real problem. That's about to unravel. Burgundy, left lane peeking. That OP is actually right there. And Hola is one of the first guys up on the chopping block. Gets out his watch. Yeah, that's what you gotta do, right? If you're getting shot at, just shoot back. Even if you hit nothing, you suppress it. Good shot. Spherical saves that OP. I think. Thank you for watching, Candy. Yeah, I kind of picked up this game with, I don't know, 5 minutes before the game started. I decided to pick up this game. Disable infantry mark is extremely accurate, by the way. There is about a squad and a half worth of people coming through here. And this needs to be addressed by Chimera. And fast as well. Now, I wonder if they're gonna start sending rockets towards this tree or this corner right here. Because the rockets by Chimera have been absolutely on point. Same, by the way, for OP BHB. Little bit control regained for the Axis side. But the dog gets dropped. Small holding an important angle here. Now he's not exactly trying to fight this OP by April. He probably knows it's fairly close. What he's trying to do, he's trying to hold this area so the rest of his team can get a free run into the hard cap like this. So Pope, Beastly Panda, that's what he was waiting for. And someone needs to be holding this angle where Jinxlink is about to peek. If he can set up his MG, which he just has, well, he does take a couple of bullets. And it's important he takes those bullets, because if he could set up his MG there, this entire mid could have been devastated just by that one MG. Oh, Vin doing his best Don Weiss impression, running to the middle. Oh, all of a sudden, did I see that right? Like, I was a little bit unattentible for I don't know how many seconds, but look at this. Every single OP down. All at once. Everything went south for OP BHB. And not... Oh, this is a horrible situation for OP BHB. Spherical is dead even there. So they have Pedal It Loose and Lupus. The two guys holding south. Those are the two guys managing to survive. Now with 16.5 minutes left, we're going to see this flip happen. And the question is, how far can OBBHP move up their lines before this resets by Chimera happens? That is an insane push. Everything went wrong for Chimera all at once. They fucked it. They need to pick up their OPs. Holla. No, come on, not like this. Both. Oh, no. That is a horrible misplay. Holla does not pick up his OP. It's gonna be on a cooldown. And same goes for Goose. They make the worst play at the worst possible time. And the lines are gonna be set even further right now. That is such a fuck up by two of their squad leads. And then Mav is the only one that manages to keep his OP up, but that's It's not going to be enough at all. Caught unaware, and what we need to see now, which we didn't really see last time around from OPBHB, we need to see more aggression. Now we see that they're keeping 1-2 guys in the back. That's more than enough. We have like 50 ninjas where crew was in the first half. I'll say first half, the first half of the 3 rounds. And crew has now moved up a little bit further and is going to hold down this choke point. This is going to be an absolute nightmare for Chimera to get back into. Now, despite their fuck up, both Hulla and Goose are now back alive. And they're sort of just waiting for both of their cooldowns to be there, and you can see that the rest of the team is also just waiting, holding position. That's what you have to do right now. You have to allow your squad mates to come back in from these OP. I think that's one of them going up. Yep, this one. Did Hulla die? Where was... No. No, who's... Abel is here, Baker is here. We're missing Charlie, we're missing Goose. We're missing a Goose OP, but he's right here. It's coming up. 3 for 3, back in business. Let's go, boys. Now, Spherical could take out the shot on Crew here. Crew is the first piece of the puzzle that needs to die. There he goes. Goose taking out Crew as soon as we say it. And now we can start pushing again from Chimera. Now we have that reset going completely. We can start making moves again. So also whatever name is available. I'll open the map for you. So the default spawns are located 55 meters away at minimum. So what teams can do, they can build their own garrisons. One has to be built, they can build them 55 meters away, 200 meters away, in between wherever they would like. So it has been given a bit more freedoms to the teams to choose for themselves. Big push coming from Chimera. And what we can see as well now, that because that Allied's presence has not worked out at all in the south, they're not using it. And what that also means is that there's so much more mix in the lines. We see Knight being in the back lines, and he's going to be an absolute nuisance. If he takes out Lupus, he's got a run through all 3 OPs if he wants to. If he lets them pass, it's even better. So what we basically is happening right now. Oh no, he's gonna stay south. What Knight could do is, if he keeps running north right now, he could put this entire Chimera attack on a timer. And that doesn't seem like he is willing to do that. I have lost another one of the Chimera OPs though. I've missed that. Might have been a rocket. Mav's OP is down. A little bit of a reset, but I think they can hold the lines, and he's pushing down this section right here, which is extremely hard to clear out for the Axis, and that's just what they're gonna keep using to keep pulling players in. Slowly but surely they're moving up in the north here, OPBHB. if they can hold down this north lane, that's already a big deal. That's a very big deal if they can do that. There's down Vice going on to another one of his runs. Straight down the middle. Let's go down. Ooh, immediately taken out by Spiritus. No shot this time around. He was very close to that OP as well. We can see in the distance here. We're gonna take a look at what he sees right here. This is why I said in the first round, I'm not sure why Crew didn't hold this position. So he can basically help down this middle choke point right here. Now the wall is not loading in for me because I have my render distance a little bit too low. And then this northward as well. This entire push, those two pushes, become an absolute nightmare just for that one MG position. Good nade there. Excellent nade. Oh. We got another worm. Another worm squirm. He's not going. Who is going though is Knight. And he's gonna fuck up their entire day. This is gonna be the biggest flank in 18's if he does it correctly. He could take out 2 OPs, both squad leads. He could. Oh, Charlie already goes down. He can really cement this box out, Knight. He's going the wrong way though. This has been a flank and a half by Knight. Remember, he came all the way from the mansion in the south and came all the way around north, and he's now gonna threaten these 2 OPs. And that is obviously the risk you take when abandoning the mansion in the south and not sending a squad there. But I do think Chimera made the correct play at the start to do that. Just send 2 people without an OP towards this area, because you need people in the hard cap. You need to be able to put some sort of cap weight on them. Another OP has gone down from Chimera, and Knight is still going on his flank. But this better be big, Knight. You know what? His teammates might have actually cleared this up, and he actually goes down by Goose here. That was you know what? Sometimes you can't predict that sort of stuff. Maybe a flank wins you the game. Maybe a flank is the 15-minute jog that gets you nowhere. You know, both things can happen. Burgundy and Kingsley, neither willing to move. Bit of a Mexican standoff, the guy going right here. He heard the shot, surely. And that goes both ways. Dum, dum, doo, doo, dum, dum. Oh. Oh, Burgundy is running. Yeah, he shouldn't. He didn't know. He didn't know. Let's get traded though by Remini over there. And we sort of fall back to the same situation we had earlier. Although we see Mav actually running for that south mansion right now. Chimera going back to sort of a default spread, something they had going in the first round. And in doing so, I don't see any chance for them to get back into this. Unless what he could do, Mav, put his OP there, hold this south with 2 people, and send 4 people north every single time. That's another opportunity. Strangely enough, OP BHB is also committing a lot of troops towards the south. That's an entire squad. 4 guys already running up to here. Meanwhile, what I feel they should be doing is sending more people with Keeps and down Visor. Keeps goes around the corner, immediately taken out. Down Vice does fare a little bit better. At least takes out one. I'm gonna check the score real quick as well, the kills. And no surprise, Down Vice on top, 31, but Crew is right behind him on 30. This road in the north is not completely lost. Jinx is in a very important position, so what his job is to basically hold that one lane. He doesn't need to push up, he doesn't need to take any space. What he needs to do is he needs to deny Brenemy from crossing the road here and just taking out the OP for free. That's what he needs to deny. That's a good nade that goes there. Doesn't take out Mr. G's though. Came very close. Another nade going that way maybe? No, doesn't look like it. Hell gets an important kill there, but we need people in the hard cap for Chimera. We need them there fast. We have 4 minutes to go in this game, and this cap progress needs to start happening. It is happening now though. It is happening. This does not exactly look like a cap to me just yet, unless we have a reset. An OP BHB? No. They're spawning in now. They're going to be able to run into the hard cap. This should get blocked. I think they're using this garrison in the south, by the way. The once in a while send Knight here on a solo push. Meanwhile, they're keeping all of the OPs close to hard cap. So basically they're countering what Chimera is doing by leaving the south open. I do have to say, tactically, it's been a very strong game from both teams. Both teams understanding what needs to be done. And at the end of the day, when both teams are hitting their shots, both teams understand the assignment, then it basically comes down to the last section, and that is which side does the cap favor. And I think that's what we've seen today. I think Axis is favored on this cap, and that is 3 for 3 for Axis, unless Chimera can really pull off a play here. Down Vice holding that same angle roughly that Peladus was holding earlier, gets 1, 2, and Spherical is gonna be next. Doesn't even have its gun out right now. The nade does go in. At least he takes out Down Vice, puts a stop to his ring. And I think we're gonna see this little section get stacked again. There's already a hint of cap progress with 2 minutes to go, but I think when there is about half a minute to go, we're gonna see this entire team do what OPBHB did in the second round, and that is just, they're already doing it right now. They're gonna stack the circle just on their side of the wall here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people about to do that. And now it becomes a bit of a nade fight. Now we're no longer playing hell let loose, we're gonna be playing dodgeball in a little bit. One nade versus the other. They're not fully committing to it yet. Damn, he's still alive though. Might even be able to return fire. Oh, yeah, that's one. Two people with their back turned towards each other for a second there. Now 40 seconds to go. I think we're about to see this play happen, unless Pope gets an OP. Again, every OP is down. Okay, that's going to definitely be a GG. OP BHB gonna take this third round. They're gonna go on towards the final of the NA bracket. We hope to see them as well. We hope to get there towards. I think it's gonna be a best of 5 between the winner of the final of the NA bracket and the winner of the final of the EU bracket. So congratulations to OP BHB. Very well played by Chimera as well. And that is gonna wrap up this semi-final. GG 3-0 2-1 for OP BHB. There was a bit of a 3-0 I suppose for Actus. And I want to thank all of you for watching. I will post the links of the 18's website again, of the Discord again. I'll put that in chat for you guys, so you guys can check out this tournament as well for yourselves. And yeah, I'll hope to catch you guys on the next one. See you soon.